Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. We are in the middle of a series of non-Japanese beers, and we're looking at some German export lagers, some of the bigger ones that you may see on your shelves outside of Germany. And these are beers that are pretty widely available in Japan. We looked at Bitburger, and then we saw RateBeer, and today we're going to look at Warsteiner. And this is a Pilsner, as the other two were, and it's made by the Warsteiner Brewery House Kramer. And apparently this was founded by the Kramer family, as you see here, in 1753 in the town of Warstein. And apparently the man, the founder Kramer, was making homebrew, and actually was a little bit angry because he got taxed because he made too much homebrew, and decided that since he was going to get taxed, he might as well go into business and make it a business. And so they started a brewery, and in 1927 apparently they discovered what's called the Kaiserquell, which is a source of very soft water for their beer, and they still use this now apparently today. 9 generations this has been in the Kramer family. So and on the label here it says Das einzig wahre, which means could be translated as the only true one. And in fact, the full name of this is Warsteiner Premium Beer Verum, true. So they make a strong claim as to be the Pilsner, which I suppose many people could do here. And this is definitely for export. It's got English across the top of the label, and French as well. And okay, so on RateBeer, this one has 3,090 ratings, an average score of 2.76, and 14 percentile for all beers, and 35 percentile for its style, which is Pilsner. So not terribly high, but in any case. On Untapped, it's got a grand total of 216,342 ratings, and an average score of 3.2, quite a bit higher than the RateBeer score. This is exported to 60 different countries, including Japan, which is where I am right now and where it is available. So you'll see the Japanese label on the back here. Okay, let's give this one a go, shall we? The only true one. Let's see. Okay, and like the other two Pilsners we looked at, this one is completely clear, crystal clear, and you can of course see right through it. Very mild carbonation, solid finger of foam. So in terms of appearance, there's not a big difference between the this one and the last two we looked at, Bitburger and RateBeer. Let's put this one through the light. Okay. Get carbonation streaming off the side of the glass. And let's try aroma. 4.8%, 28 international bittering units. So this is very similar to the last two we looked at. The alcohol level for each of those was also 4.8%. Bitburger had 30 international bittering units, RateBeer 33, and this one has 28, so slightly lower for bittering. But you wouldn't know it from the aroma. It's quite the same. Again, kind of noble hops, and this was a little bit stinkier, not quite so fresh perhaps. Okay, So we're about a month away from the drink by date for this one. That could be it. Yeah, it doesn't smell quite as appealing as the other two did with their aroma hops. And flavor similar. Not quite as malty, not quite as bitter. It does have a fairly solid malt base of and maybe light lemony hops, but the hops aren't quite as aggressive as the ones were in for Bitburger and RateBeer. Definitely, this is much milder, and perhaps this one does have the disadvantage of being close to its drink by date. Still, this is not bad. I mean, definitely, you could drink this easily. It doesn't give you quite the palate cleansing effect of the sharp hops in the other two, but it's very, very drinkable. So we looked at three beers here, and if I had to put them in order of appeal, I would probably say that RateBeer is the one I enjoy the most, Bitburger the second, and this one a distant third for sure. But again, not bad at all. You know, they know how to make this beer and they do it well. It's a question, I think, of transporting the beer to a distant location and, you know, the shipping and storage conditions for it. So these are not heavy beers, and you know, they can't stand a lot of heat or you know, mistreatment in transportation. But very tolerable and drinkable. Once again, this is called Warsteiner Premium Beer, Verdum, das einzig wahre, the only true one. And so you can give this a go. Okay, so we've looked at three different German beers so far: Bitburger, RateBeer, and Warsteiner. And we're going to take a look at two more in our next two videos, one from Austria and one from the Czech Republic, and I hope you can come around for those as well. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Tell me about Pilsners that you have. Pilsners are kind of making not a comeback, but are being rediscovered sort of by craft beer brewers, and many of them are making them. One of my favorite Japanese craft brewers, Kyoto Brewing Company, has recently made their own version of a lager, and so a lot of people are rediscovering the simple, honest pleasures of beer, of simple beer. A good friend of mine, who probably knows more about craft beer than anybody I know, sometimes says during the summer he just wants to go to Germany and drink lagers. That's all, you know, not messing around with craft or you know, the latest, wildest Belgian concoction, but just simple, pure, clear lagers. Anyway, and that's what I'm doing here in the middle of the hot summer here in Japan. I hope you have a good beer for yourself. Take care. I'll see you next time.